Oh my god. That's the second time I've died to that purple sentry. hmm Well, I've only got 400 health and one coat, so if I, like, and you. I mean, it doesn't matter if I manage to skip Sentinel, and I take, it doesn't matter what the hell happens here. If I take a hit to the purple sentry, I'm dead. So, Mhm. I'm usually accustomed to this, but for some reason I'm just not, it's just not having it today. Oh yeah. I mean, this is just masochist. Okay, well, ready for that full health note there. Oh, yay, I managed to survive a hit from a purple sentry. Took a bullet hit and survived it. But, and hit. And if I took one more, well, I just took the heal in puzzle room because otherwise one hit and I'd be dead. Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Of course it muted when it crashed.
Oh, there's 6
Uh,
power.
yeah, my computer completely froze. So that's what that was. I was saying though, on my PB run, I got all the way up to the top and it was like the last 2 mines, and I'm like, I don't have enough hit to take that bonk. I have no power. Alright, like I have 2 power, so the drone's not gonna live long at all. How do I guess I grab validation check and hope it's something, and it happened to be a full power node. Or full health node. I was like, oh, okay, now I'm golden. Which is why the run came out to be an 8% run. But, I mean, it worked. I also, like, skipped a health node in Ukana, right above Athelia. Like, the first one above Athelia. Just because I was like, I don't need this. It's a 3-second waste, technically. Yeah, I was saying though, my computer has this weird thing that, like, using screenshot to take a picture sometimes just causes my computer to freeze when I'm running XSplit, and I have no idea why. Yeah, sometimes I get lucky with, like, the HP upgrades. Sometimes it works out really well. I'm thinking I may need to reinstall Windows altogether, but I've got a lot of crap installed, and I don't feel like uninstalling it, so it's like, it's one of those things I just deal with for now. I'm gonna try myself a new seed.
Sounds good. I'm gonna get a drink once I'm done killing the alphabets here. Jesus. English language, please cooperate with me. Which that actually took me way too long to do Disco Rocket there. Lordy.
I got it in a small handful of tries. Like, I'd say 20 seconds.
I'd say that's roughly how long I took with it.
Yeah. I gemmed a new seed, by the way. Something to upset Ark. I really hope that this starts out with like Heatseeker.
I hope this is like a 15-minute run.
Because I want it to be Heatseeker and like, or like Quantum at the beginning, but immediately followed by like Flamethrower and Fat Beam. Because then you'll never use Quantum. She wouldn't use Quantum at that point. It's like, sure, she gets the weapon she likes, and then she never gets to use it.
I mean, it's not that Ark even necessarily really likes Quantum.
Ark loves Quantum.
It's less shitty.
Ark loves that gun. Some of the skips had your mind blown, especially the big... the skip on Uruku. Yeah, so the thing with certain types of one-tile walls with grapple is if you are extended down far enough and right up against the wall, you can just slide through it, or just kind of flick through it by tapping in its direction. Uruku's room happens to be set up in a way that you can get up to the upper right of his room and get grappled down far enough to go through the laser door. Which is like just a free Uruku skip. Sentinel, being the big ceiling robot that you would have seen me do the door clip on, that's my own personal branding of that skip. Yeah, it's just like see ya. That's my own personal branding of that skip. Because normally most people will go up to like the middle of him, then red coat up to the ceiling, take a bonk, grab the ceiling again, and then clip through. I personally found it a lot easier, and specifically on low percent, to clip myself out of the room with grapple, which slings me back into the room. And then what happens is I'm in Sentinel's room, but Sentinel isn't loaded in the room, which gives me free reign to do whatever I want to do in there.
Okay, I'm gonna go and grab myself a drink.
I'll be here when you get back.
I'm mildly displeased with my performance in that last scene.
Practice,
As I said,
shake the rust.
as I said in general chat, turns out it's best if you don't die like 7 times.
Just shake the rust.
Oh yeah. Alright, I'll be back in a sec.
Yep. But yeah, so Sentinel's a terrible boss that if we have grapple, we will pretty much never fight him if it can be helped. The reason I started doing it my way is because I just have a problem with doing it off the normal ceiling grab. So I found it a lot easier to just, it's like if I can't go through the boss, I'll just get rid of the boss and then learning a bit of blind movement in his room to actually go through the ceiling and then just jump up and out of the room wasn't even that hard for me to do, because I'd already gotten used to, from running any percent, doing temple skip, which requires you to go through like the entire like lower half of Ikerma, the really, really big green and white room. It requires you to go through basically that whole room blind. And once you've gone through that, learning how to just line up several specific movements that are one specific movement after another in Sentinel's room while he's not there is super easy. I made a tutorial video of it that you could pull up on the Discord or on my YouTube on how I actually go about doing that skip. And like, it's not even that bad. It takes a little bit of practice. The only downside to it is, much like with the normal Sentinel skip, you are required to take a hit, because you can't use drone in the room, so you can't realign yourself to the door properly, which is why you'll notice me like back up towards the door and then turn back around and then let a bullet hit me, because that bonks me back up against the door so I can properly clip out of the room. But yeah, there's lots of fun skips in this game, and just fun tricks in general. And like Tom Happ, the creator of the game, like, he knows about them, and he has intentionally left them in the game because he appreciates that, you know, these things were found and they're there, and they're not things that are going to affect normal players playing through the game, but things that speedrunners can use to get through the game faster, which is amazing that he's left them in. Like, that's great. Yeah, so what happens there is I don't actually go in the door technically. What ends up happening is I grapple the ceiling right above the door at the same time that I'm like turning and going through the door, which causes me to get pulled back into the room. Yeah, like that's another thing that we've talked about, is just because like all the glitches and stuff and weird things that we have found are technically canon in this universe, because it's literally a game about glitching stuff. So I've literally seen videos like there's a devs react video for Axiom Verge, and there's a point where Tom literally goes, "I have no idea what just happened," which is hilarious. Because he was reacting to a task run of the game, which is like 14 minutes or something like that. On normal mode, so non-randomizer. It's like 14 minutes long, and it's super dumb.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I can't help but notice Falc booted up. Well, he had booted the game up for a minute.
So, something to upset Eric.
Yeah, that is what we're doing now. Why is my computer saying I have 80% CPU usage when these totals aren't anywhere near that? Yeah, I'm just gonna have to look into what's going on with my computer later.
Yeah.
But anyways,
All right,
I'm ready to go with the C. When you are, all my trackers should hopefully be working.
I'm just gonna quickly refresh mine to make sure. Alright, yeah, I'm ready to go. So, wanna count us down?
Yes, let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Also, I'm so upset that like my match is gonna be third in the second round, because both you and Falc get a chance to moonwalk before I do.
Remember, All the cool kids do the moonwalk.
I'm so mad that you guys get to do it before I do, because I coined that phrase, and one of you is going to say it, and I'm going to be super upset.
If Falc doesn't, I will, so...
I need to talk to Falc and make sure both of you do it.
Yeah.
Just so I can
If
be
all
the
three
third,
of
and
us-
then I have to get Beef to do it just to upset Ark.
Oh yeah, if you could get 4 of us to do that, that'll be beautiful.
Especially because Ark doesn't do it. So if I could get you, Falc, and Beef to all say that right off the start of your runs, oh, that would be just glorious.
I mean, I'm guaranteed doing it. Even if nobody can hear me.
Yeah.
Don't mind me dry heaving over here. It definitely doesn't have anything to do with the seed.
It definitely has nothing to do with Reverse Slicer.
No. I mean, it's still better than Quantum.
At least Reverse Slicer could be used to cheese a Athetos.
Oh. And it sort of shoots straight.
Oh no, it completely shoots straight. In fact, it not only shoots straight, it shoots backwards.
Yeah. Just the very limited range of forward sort of sucks.
Well, Redacted, stick around long enough and you'll learn some things. Like this. Inertial Pulse can't be used for the Athetos cheese. So the cheese in particular that we're referring to is that you can use Red Coat and Grapple to get outside of his room, like I did in the last run. So there's a handful of piercing weapons that can be used to just completely cheese the fight because they have enough range to do so and essentially make the entire fight trivial.
Yeah.
Yeah, reverse slicer is one of those weapons. Flamethrower, reverse slicer, scissor beam, fat beam, Kilver with
4 size.
4 size nodes. Thank you. I couldn't remember if it was 4 or 5.
Yeah, it was 4.
And there might be. It might also work with distortion field with 4 range nodes. 5. Actually, that one might need 5 size nodes.
Yeah. And even then, that's still a maybe.
Yeah, that's still probably really cutting it close. Ducked in a corner and spammed inertial. That is definitely a thing that you could do.
That's not the usual way to choose Atheros.
No, but I mean, I could see that working. I mean, the normal cheese is nothing super crazy either. We just clip through his room. That's all.
Yeah, all it really takes is the knowledge that if you're, horizontal with, by using grapple, you can actually just kind of go through vertically through 3 tiles.
Right, and so like that was a thing too on like why certain things are in different logics when it comes to like grapple and coats. Cause like I used to run nothing but advanced, and in working with VGR and making the trackers, I was like, yeah, it's like this is more of a kind of masochist trick to like go sideways and then up, because you'd have to actually know that that's a thing. Versus, like, when I played the game, I was doing normal, like, grapple, grab the ceilings, and then, just go straight up. So, like, that's a trick, sure. But going sideways and then going up, that's a whole different story. Because, like, that was something I had no clue about until VGR showed me. In fact, VGR showed me several things I didn't know were a thing.
That's actually one of the things that I figured out on my own, just playing the game. It's like, oh, hey, if you do this, you can actually go, an extra tile through.
Yeah, I didn't know it was based on Trace's feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, like, every time you think you've learned, like, enough, or, like, most of the things there are even to know about this game, somebody else comes up with something new.
There's always new tricks.
Yeah, like, that's the thing, like, it's been 5 years, and people are still figuring out new things.
For example, arc warp is a trick that we only learned recently.
Yeah, like so that's old technology used in a new way, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's amazing that Ark found that. Cause like it's sure it's got, niche use. But it's super useful when you actually get to use it.
Yeah. When you run rando, it's actually not that uncommon that you get a chance to use it.
Excuse me. Also, I can't wait for the run in the tournament that's like required Talal seed with no fat beam.
Actually fighting Talal?
Yes. Because it's just like, who remembers how to fight Talal? Oh, and I want it to be like no health upgrades to that point either.
Oh, yeah.
Just to make it really risky.
Risky.
I had a seed the other day that was required gear tab. And I was...
Yeah, I saw that.
I
You
was...
had Fappy.
I mean, I had fat beam, that's not the point. I've never had a seed that was like required gear tab. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying to Ark when you were running that, thankfully Fappy and gear tab is free.
Yeah.
Like, you could not ask for an easier fight.
I think I had lab coat at that point. Like, I think I had lab coat, and I had to go through Talal to get trench coat to get red coat. Or something like that.
Yeah.
It was something dumb. I had to fight Talal. I had no choice, if I remember right.
Not Talal, gear tab.
Alright, yeah, gear
But-
tab.
Nobody fights Talal. And if you had Fappy, no way you were fighting Talal.
Nobody fights Talal if we can help it.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, we don't fight most of the bosses in this game.
If we can help it, yeah.
We see the bosses more often than we fight them. Also, hi Youch, how are you today?
Hey, ouch. Yeah, especially if we have Fappy, we definitely aren't fighting any of the bosses.
Yeah. We absolutely not. Zero bosses.
Like I was saying yesterday while I was sitting there at work just kind of watching Ketsa running, I taught Ketsa how to do the Cedar skip with Fat Beam. It's like, yeah, just shoot through the floor in the middle.
Oh my god, that's the other thing I want to have happen is starting weapon Fat Beam or like Nova Fat Beam in one of the tournament races, just because I want to see like people who actually knows about the fact that they can just go right past Cedar.
I mean, with Fat Beam, you can go past basically all of the bosses with a couple of exceptions.
I mean, yes, you're right, and that's exactly my point, though. It's just like, who knows about it? Because, like, I don't think everyone knows about it yet. And while most people know about it, it would just be interesting to see one person just be like, "Hey, I'm just not fighting this today," and the other person, you know, sit there and fight with Fat Beam, and then afterwards find out and just be like, "What? Why? That's cheating." Youch says hi.
At least the few of us who run or play Randomizer consistently, yeah, we all know that, like, yeah, Fat Beam, you can skip all these bosses.
Yeah, like, we do. I also just think it would be a good thing for Ark to put in commentary on it, just like, so this is a thing, by the way. Turns out we don't actually have to fight any of the bosses in the game. I'm also just generally kind of curious to know if Tom knows about that yet.
Oh, I hope Tom does commentary for one of the runs, just like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
So if I remember right, the thing with Fat Beam is it's a secret world weapon. It's one of 3 of them, being Fat Beam, Scissor Beam, and Heat Seeker. And I believe it only spawns in the hard ones, so that's Maruru, Eden, and Ukena. Or not Ukena, Ikurma.
Yeah.
And if I remember right, for your first run, that's supposed to be your guaranteed secret world weapon. Past that, you have a 1 in 6 chance of it being there. And I believe it was set up that way specifically because Tom wanted people to be able to just have, like, the holy shit gun. So he made it so that was going to be guaranteed. And then it's just chance after that.
The holy shit gun. That is...
I might not have been his exact words. I could be paraphrasing that slightly. But that was more or less what he said. He's just like, I want people to be able to have the oh shit gun.
Yeah, accurate. That's for sure.
He wanted people to just on their first run be able to have the gun that makes you feel ridiculously powerful.
And it does. It really does. Even if it's actually not the best DPS in comparison to, like, that flamethrower and scissor beam. But it's great, especially with its range and the fact that you can just be like, yeah, I'm killing all these drones here in Maruru before I even think of climbing it.
So you won't have locked yourself out of it. Like, you can never lock yourself out of getting, like, the secret world guns. It's just now that there's only a 1 in 6 chance of it popping up in one of the hard secret areas. Also, they don't count towards 100%ing the game. Like, nothing in a secret world actually counts towards percentage.
Actually, doesn't it count? Like, can't you get 108% or something like that?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't count at all.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know, like, when that applies. I don't know if it only applies to, like, your actual first file, or, like, the first time you get a weapon out of the hard secret world. Like, I don't know at what extent that applies. See, there goes Falc playing again.
Maybe he'll join us after this round.
Maybe. I don't know how long Willow was planning on doing their thing, so...
I think Willow's gonna be done at this half assumed by the way folks talking that Willow's gonna be done by now-ish, but I could be full of shit.
Well, let's see if he jumps in chat.
Okay, that worked.
Did it, though?
It did.
Well,
shockingly, it did.
good work, then, I suppose?
I'm not gonna question what happened there, I'm just gonna roll with it.
Probably not the worst idea.
Yeah.
My chair has apparently decided to hold me hostage.
Oh?
I went to reposition in my chair, and part of my pants got caught on the chair. Pants are just like, chair's just like, you're not going anywhere. Sit down.
You are staying here. No.
Which Doom? If you're talking about Eternal, I started at one point and I literally can't continue playing the game because it makes my blood rush too hard. And no, I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Like, Doom Eternal is just too much of a blood rush for me, and I can't play it for health reasons. Which is unfortunate because it's a very fast-paced and very action game. 2016 I loved. But like Doom Eternal, they took out like all the parts I loved about 2016, cuz like I loved that there was, you know, story involved and stuff like that. And then they just turned it into super action game. Too much action. I also don't like the fact that the game basically wants you to constantly swap weapons. It's like, I like certain weapons, let me use them for more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, I can agree with that for sure. It's like I'd like to have a variety there.
Feels like OG Doom. We played like 4 or 5 player GZ Doom way back in the day. There's a video of that on YouTube. Oh, what? Why? So I can say just why. Thanks, game.
Not sure I want to know.
You may not.
I mean, I'm sure I'd find out eventually, if anything.
You won't.
Hooray.
Because it's not the game, it's what I did.
Oh.
Let's just say I took a fall I didn't want to take.
Oh, yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, I mean, Hank, if you want to spend some channel points to put in a request for Doom 2016, I'll play that. I like Doom 2016. It's also been a bit since I played it.
Doom 2016 is so much fun.
It is. It's a fantastic game.
Such a good game, yeah. So, I don't know if you would even care, but what are your thoughts as regards to Starfield being Microsoft exclusive?
The hell is Starfield?
All right, it's Bethesda's kind of next big game.
No, I mean,
like Skyrim in space.
Thorial, that's the joke, is what the hell is Starfield?
Fair enough.
Now, I mean, if you were to say, like, Elder Scrolls 6 was like that, then I'd say, you know, then I might have opinions. But it's like, what the hell is Starfield? Like, nobody knows about this. This is a know-nothing game. Like, whatever.
Well, with Bethesda being owned by Microsoft, it like Elder Scrolls 6 may very well be.
And you might not be wrong on that.
Hey?
You might not be wrong on that. It might be.
It might be. It'd be exclusive to Xbox and PC. And yeah, Starfield, I don't know, there hasn't been enough of it to really be too excited or disappointed about anything. That's kind of where I stand on the game's existence.
Bethesda went to shit in 2004. Changed my mind. No, I will not change your mind. Because you're not wrong.
Even though I enjoy Skyrim and Fallout 4, I can't even disagree with you. So... I mean, those games are great because of the modding community.
Right? Like, I probably would have never touched Skyrim more than once if it weren't for mods.
Oh, I wouldn't have. Guaranteed. Vanilla Skyrim's an awful game.
Now, don't get me wrong. Vanilla Skyrim's not a bad game. It's just... it's lackluster, and compared to what you can do with mods.
When you consider, A, how buggy it is, and the fact that you need a community patch to make it even really playable.
Oh, I can't even play the game currently with the community patch, because it doesn't fix the issue that I have.
Oh yeah, with the refresh rate?
Yeah, the game just doesn't work in high refresh rates. Or rather, it does work, but it works really, really brokenly.
Yeah. It barely works in high refresh rates. It barely works outside of that. The way skills progress is pretty awful, normally. Like, that's why one of the mods I always have is that Skyrim perk enhancement and rebalance gameplay. And then a bunch of magic mods, because if you've ever played a mage in vanilla Skyrim, you know it sucks.
Nope, just Stealth Archer. Other classes don't exist.
Not in vanilla, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of tricks in this game, Redacted. Like I said, stick around long enough, you'll see most of them.
At least enough of them. And yeah, I asked Anna between rounds here if she'd be down to join us for Diablo 2 Resurrected. And assuming Noble's in, we have a full team.
Cool. Yeah, I'll bring it up to him. I think we might have had one or two other people who might have been interested in playing with us, but I definitely would be interested in playing more than one character, so...
Yeah. I'd probably play more than one character myself, but it's usually for me either Assassin or Necro.
I pretty much only played Necro and Hammered In.
Yeah. I think, if I remember correctly, Anna was really fond of druids.
I mean, Druid's a good class.
Well, I don't know if the seed would upset Archmage, but it's upsetting me.
You know what upset our vanilla red coat?
God. That would absolutely upset me. I should have grabbed that.
That is possible, and I'm kind of hoping. I haven't actually had a chance to try that yet.
Shenanigans?
Huh?
Are we talking about shenanigans?
Yes.
Okay.
The shenaniganist of shenanigans.
I'm gonna pistol whip the next person that says shenanigans.
What's the name of that bar you like to go to?
You mean shenanigans? You know, you clearly haven't watched Super Troopers.
Oh, I was quoting Family Guy, because that's where I know it from.
Oh.
I haven't watched Super Troopers in I don't know how long.
Been a little while for me, actually. I'd honestly actually prefer to watch Beer Fest of the Broken Lizards movies. Okay, well, there's that. Hmm.
Huh?
It's just I meant to despawn my drone and instead walk through a door before I
Whoops.
despawned it. Yeah. There we go. Oh, God, are you in go mode yet?
Am I?
Yeah.
No. Are you?
No.
Okay. So I feel like sharing just a little bit of information. I realized just in the last, like, minute or two that I haven't been to Kerr at all.
Alright, well, I can do you a solid and let you know that Kerr's a bust.
I'll do you a solid then and tell you that Eden is a bust. So
Cool.
I'll meet you in Ikerma.
Have you done any of the offshoot checks in, like, Absu?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Then I'll meet you in Kerma, I guess.
The difference here between me and you right now is, unless you're already in Kerr, I'm gonna be there long before you.
Yeah, you will.
I'm currently set up to do a Void Warp. So yeah, I'll be there long before you. I'm waiting for it to just be like someplace stupid. Did you check backside of Jordan's?
No. I have not. That's the one place in Kerr that I have not checked.
So then it's either in backside of Jordan's or it's in Ikerma. Which one do you want it to be in?
Neither. Have you checked all, like, the drone teleport locations in Eden?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well.
Like I said, there's only two places it can be right now, is in Ikerma or backside of Jordan's. I'm kind of hoping Youch is right.
With what?
Where it's at.
Being at backside of Jordan's?
No.
Vanilla Red Coat?
Nope. That is not what I meant to do. Alright, here we go. Let's hope it's not in the backside Jordan's, because I didn't go there. So I'm not going to tell you if it's in Ikerma. And if you decide to go to Jordan's, don't tell me if it's there, and don't tell me that you went there.
I'm not going to say anything about where I'm going and what I'm doing.
Sorry, Youch. Not there. I think I've made a discovery, but I can't mention what it is until after.
Okay.
What's going on, gentlemen?
I'm curious to know. Hey, how's it going?
Kind of finishing this
you know.
almost hour run.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well,
Seraphim asked for something that would upset Ark, and
the gods came through.
what it? Yeah, our entries just decided to comply.
Love it.
I'm not sure I do, but I'm glad.
I mean, I wasn't involved, so I could love it all I want.
Ain't that the truth?
okay, why? What? Game.
How'd you guys like the races today?
They were pretty good races. Did you see, I went and ran that first one?
Yeah, I mean, I saw, like, the beginning of the first one, and I saw that it could be a fast seed, and then I saw the time you put up, and I was like, yeah, that's about right. That was about the ballpark I was thinking it could be.
Yeah, I want to run that seed now, too.
Guess we're doing this the hard way.
And then red coat in Ikrama,
Ooh,
second
I
seed.
actually
Like,
can't.
come on. That's so
Yeah.
tragic.
Yeah, I have to.
Well, Seraphim and I were running that seed at the same time, too. We ran it in parallel.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was,
I mean, that's
we
just
were thinking the same thing.
yeah, that's just one of those seeds where it's just luck of the draw at that point in time. That's not even about like skill. That's tough.
So you get to go
There.
against Mash, and Seraphim gets to go against Etza.
Yeah. Flurry's just like, yeah, this looks like something Ark rolled today. So fun fact, the name for this seed is something Ark would hate.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I saw that in the chat there. Yeah.
I think I'm inclined to say that it is.
Yeah, I hate it too, so.
I really hate it.
I'm guessing you're in Maruru now.
No, I'm not actually.
No, did you not find Redcoat yet?
I have not. Did you?
Yes.
Well, GG then. Where was it?
It's in Green Hell.
It's in Green Hell.
Yeah.
Oh, it's up at the drone spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I neglected to check the drone spot.
Ooh.
Womp
That's why I
womp.
was thinking that you
Nasty
were in.
seed. Wow.
That's why I was thinking that you were in Maruru, because I know you were in Akurma ahead of me.
No, I got really, really annoyed with the temple skip. It took me forever to get the temple skip. So the thing I was going to mention is, I am pretty certain that temple skip is significantly easier to do in Sentinel's room.
Okay.
Like, it took me quite a lot of tries to get normal temple skip, but I get Sentinels pretty consistently.
I think it's easy for you because you have a nice setup with the damage boost off the enemy, whereas Temple Skip you have to do it all freehand, which
But I mean, for that,
it's not tight positioning, but still
it's not even that. It's grabbing the ceiling with grapple and turning into the door.
Yeah.
Like, positioning is easy. You just throw drone against the door, turn around, and that's it. You're there.
I think that's a first for me seeing red coat in that location.
That's tough.
Yeah, I've definitely never seen it there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one location check away from its vanilla spot, which is almost as late as it can be placed.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's kind of awful.
Well, get that seat out of the way now, guys.
I would say my only hope for this run is that Thorial messes up, but that ain't happening. I don't know about you, but I'm on 7 and 8.
6 and 7.
Yeah. There ain't
But
no
I'm
way.
also at Athos right now.
Yeah, so there ain't no way you're screwing up.
Yeah.
Still, that's
That was a pretty free Maruru, especially with, drone, teleport, and enhanced launch.
I can't believe I forgot to check the drone tunnel in Ikerma.
2 coats, 800 health. 7 power nodes. Yeah, that's a pretty comfy endgame.
and you still managed to get it just under sub-hour. That's really solid.
Yeah, with that bloody location, I'm pleased getting that sub-hour.
That's really solid.
And then this time I land first temple skip first try without hardly even setting up for it.
Because you weren't even thinking about it.
Just let muscle memory do the work. And I'm gonna sit here and shoot at Elsinova. You're the true villain, Elsinova. I know what's going on with you.
So Falc, I assume you intend to join us then?
Yeah, if you guys are gonna run another one, I'm in.
Yeah.
That's time for me. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself a drink if you want to roll us up a seat there, Falc.
Why not? It's been a long time. I'm gonna be very bad tonight, but I gotta get back into the swing and get ready for the tournament.
Yeah, because your match is next.
Us. Yeah, you're next, and then if both you and I win, we're going up against each other in the semifinals.
That's when things get interesting.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk down anybody because it's randomized, anything can happen, but it's a 4-horse race in my mind, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, me too.
Just because the 4 of us ran it so much for so long every day. It would be like some dark horse thing if one of the 4 of us didn't get there, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'd love to be proven wrong, though. Just not against me, please.
Are we the 4 axioms of the apocalypse?
I love that answer. Yes, we are. 100%.
Absolutely. Alright, I'm gonna quickly reload my game too, so I don't get sound glitch.
Where does that put VGR then? Does that just make him Satan, or does he God? One of the
No,
two.
he's Jesus Christ.
Satan.
He's our Lord and Savior. He's not
Satan.
immortal like the rest of us.
Okay, so VGR's Jesus, me, you, Ark, and Thorial are the 4 horsemen.
Absolutely. I accept that. I am Falcon and I accept this message.
Yeah.
Ow, that really hurt.
I guess if I'm the Lich, that makes me the Horseman of Death, doesn't it?
I mean, I accept that if you do. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Alright, I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, fuck you, game.
That is why we do crazy things sometimes.
It put a drone in Sentinel's room with me.
Oh, it did it. I literally clicked away for that moment. That stinks. But you're still in this.
That right there is the one downside to doing Sentinel skip. Yeah, the worst part is I didn't save before Sentinel either. That is the one downside to doing Sentinel skip the way that I do it. Being that there's a very tiny chance, because, who the hell knows what actually causes it, because those drones go haywire whenever the hell they want to. But there's a very tiny chance that when I grapple back into the room, it'll pull a drone in with me. And if it does that, it's either I've got to back out and reset, or I can try and get past it, because sometimes I can do it if I have enough health. And it's the one thing I don't want to have happen during the tournament, because my god is that going to suck. I get screwed over because of my own Sentinel skip method. I will be so upset. Yeah, I'd say it only happens like 5% of the time, maybe. If that. And it requires the drones to be in like very specific location. That's not what was supposed to happen. But fuck it, this is happening now.
Oh, you're fighting them? Yeah, let's go.
With, like, almost no health. Nope, it's not happening anymore.
Yeah, Zeter's tough. Even with 2 coats, he's tough.
2 coats, and I only had half health.
You really gotta have that 3rd one to be able to fight him effectively. It's tough.
I mean, I've no damaged him.
I mean, so have I before, too, but as soon as you get one, like, off-pattern move,
Yeah.
it gets really brutal.
This is why I don't do left side. I can never hit these right. Screw it. We're just doing it this way now.
Alright, what do we got going on over here?
Serafin's about to go into Akatos.
Yeah. One would expect Seraphin to win that fight.
Oh yeah, like, this fight's already
I
over.
would hope so.
How much power do you have now? Like at the end here?
8.
Okay, yeah.
I see Redacted put it in your chat, Seraphin. They never tried fighting X2 before. Fun fact, the first time I played this game casually, I never knew that. I never even looked and saw that door was open. I spent
The game
hour and a
literally
half.
tells you.
I don't listen to text boxes. I mash through those.
Well, that's your first problem.
Well, yeah, I'm an idiot. I admit that.
Okay, as long
But
as you
like,
admit it.
I spent an hour and a half fighting X2 until then I go, wait, that door's open. I'm dumb. And then killed X2 anyway because I was like, no, I have to now.
I did not spend that long fighting Zigter 2 because, of course, like, my first time playing through the story, I was relatively thorough. I was pretty well set by the time I was going into Maruru. So, of course, it's like, oh, well, you know, I'm well set here. I should be able to fight this boss. And took a couple attempts, but I got it. Of course, now I go and do a boss rush with friggin' Seraphin and Archmage, and here I am going into friggin' Cedar Hall with a pretty comfy lead, and fuck that up endlessly.
X2 is the great equalizer.
Holy
Yeah, hopefully my computer doesn't freeze this time, me trying to take a screenshot.
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, the first time I played the game, I went and skipped Cedar Hall. And then I looked at trophies, I was like, oh, there's a trophy to beat Cedar Hall too, apparently. And there's also one to not kill clone. So I guess I'm doing both of those on my second run through the game.
I didn't even get the not kill clone until the last time you and I did boss rush, and I just watched clone die.
That's awesome.
I didn't even know it was a thing until recently.
Yeah, that's
recently. I was just looking up achievements. It's like, oh, there's one for just watching the clone die. All right, I'll get this.
I will be game to play another one, but I do want to get up for a minute.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
take your time.
Okay, I will be back in just a couple minutes. I will leave you in the company of my chat.
I like leaving your chat in the company of us.
I'm gonna say, chat, if there was ever time to post pictures of butts, it's now. Let's do this. Make me proud. I'm a terrible person. Nobody should ever listen to me. Please. You'll just get in trouble. Don't do it.
I'm throwing in a booty emote that I have from another channel.
There you go, my boy. I don't have any booty emotes, I don't think.
There.
I will say, though, this emote right here is hot fire. Sleepy Snorlax is a winner.
Oh yeah, good old fat ass.
I take that. What else do I got out there? I mean, I could drop some slow bros. Apparently, I have a lot of Pokemon friends. What else I got? I don't even know why I have those ones. That's weird. I didn't realize I was subbed to this person. Okay.
There. Love the golden booty.
I'm just gonna pimp myself out and put up all 5 of my emotes just because. Why not?
Well, have a good night, redacted. I have no emotes to bless us with of my own currently. Eventually.
Have you hit affiliate yet?
No.
Yeah, we gotta fix that problem.
I mean, there's
That is a
one
travesty.
issue. Well, I mean, the one issue with that is the blunt answer is just need people watching.
Gotta start posting more. We gotta figure out ways to get you some exposure, my friend.
Yeah, I gotta start friggin' making sure I tweet out every time I'm going live too.
Yeah, at the very least, put it in the Axiom Verge Discord in the news under general. That's what it's there for.
Especially when I'm doing shit like Skyrim or whatever the hell else.
You're doing anything, even though I mean you were playing. I saw you were playing Phasmo earlier. Put that in there, man.
Oh yeah.
People love Phasmo.
Yeah.
That's a fan favorite.
Me, my wife, and our friend Crimson were all playing Phasmo. That was fun.
I love Phasmo, but I ended up playing with all my friends, and they just sit in the van while I'm calling the ghost a bitch and running around the dining room table.
You've got to play with us then.
That's all I do. I just scream obscenities at the ghosts.
Yeah.
And they're sitting in the van like, it's coming to get you, and I'm like, well, what the fuck, guys? Why are you in the van? Like, what am I doing in here?
We're like, I'm the same way. Like, usually our friend Crimson is the one who puts the money in. So then me and Anna, we run in. We're just like, we're the one who's sitting there going in with 0% sanity, calling the Jin a bitch. Like, come on out, you punk ass bitch.
Legit though, like, I get so mad.
I love going in there like full, just come get me. Come on, ghost. What you got?
Legit, I want to get like a group of people together, like a 4-group fact people, and I want to play Phasmophobia hide and seek. Okay?
Oh my.
Where the only items we get are the basic flashlights, right? And then you play in either the prism, the high school, or the asylum, and you get one person who's designated to find everybody. And the other people just sit and hide, and you see either does the ghost kill us all first, or do we get found first? I think that would be the funnest game ever. I cannot get people to play that.
I'm in.
And like you can even do like fun. We can even do like fun stuff. Is like just buy a ton of candles and just lay candles out around spots. Like, hey, getting like it like you're allowed. You like each person has to lay one candle in a room, like within like a 30-second walk of where you are in like the asylum, to give like a little bit of like a hey, you're getting warm.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be cool as shit. I can't get people to play that game though. How fun would that be though? You're like, because now you're worried about getting caught and you're worried about getting killed at the same time, and you're not spending a lot of money other than a couple candles and a couple lighters. So like for $50 a game at most, like we're in there.
Oh
that would be the funnest thing in the world to me. I would rock that all day long.
Not that I don't have a ton of cash sitting on hand anyway.
Yeah.
I've got like 10 of every item and about 50 grand just sitting in my bank.
All right, you got more than me. I've got like 5 grand, but I used to be the bank for a long time for my friends when they were learning.
Yeah, I've got
that was tough.
I'm level 600 something at this point.
Yeah, I'm 200 and, I don't know, 10, 215, 220. Somewhere in that
Yeah.
ballpark.
I think Anna's around the same level as you are, and then my friend Crimson, she's maybe 80 levels below me.
But I totally want to do that. If we can get 4 people that would just commit to playing fucking hide and seek, that would be the funnest game in the world, I think, to me.
I can absolutely imagine that if Anna's not up for it, I can definitely get my friend Crimson and my friend Zenfei to come play with us.
That's what I mean.
And
Just,
do
I mean,
something like that.
if you want to make it a little bit interesting, if you want to give the Seeker a strong flashlight, okay. But other than that, that's all you get. And you just gotta find everybody.
If you want to make it really shitty, make the Seeker have a UV light instead.
Yeah, whatever. We can make it really tough for everybody. I mean, I don't care. I just think it'd be funny. And then, like I said, just have everybody light a candle within a 30-second walk, 45-second walk of where you are.
What the hell
That
are
way,
you
at
guys
least you're like,
talking about?
okay, someone's around in this ballpark. That would be cool as hell.
Carrying out the lighters for that's the only issue.
Oh, that's true. I mean, I don't think of these things. I'm just an idea guy. I don't think about execution.
What the hell are
I
you guys
think
talking
people
about?
have Letters. Hide and seek,
Phasmophobia?
Phasmophobia.
But playing hide and seek in Phasmophobia. We're not even worried about ghost hunting anymore. It's just, do you get found first or do you get killed first?
Isn't there like a Friday the 13th game for that? Not Friday the 13th.
I mean, there is. And that game was fun but very flawed.
Which one was it with Jason?
Friday the
Dead by
13th.
Daylight.
Okay, I was right. Yeah, Friday the 13th.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
Okay,
like, the cool part about Phasma was that you don't know if it's the person's gonna get you or does the ghost find you and kill you. That's kind of cool.
And in Phasmo, you can't fight back at all.
You just, I think
If
that'd be
you're
fun.
playing
I see my
Friday the
chat.
13th.
I see my chat just got filled with emotes while I was away.
Oh yeah.
I did. I said while you were away that it was everybody's time to shine by posting butts in your chat, and Thorial was the only one with a butt.
Very Lily posted.
And then I started posting Pokemon.
I have the seed and I'm ready to go. Falc, we're playing on advance because that's what the tournament's running in, just so you know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured the plan was.
Yeah, so I'm ready to go whenever you guys are.
Hang on a moment.
Yeah, I'm just
All
gonna
right.
grab another drink and then I'm ready. So give me 30 seconds.
Sounds good.
He couldn't grab a drink while I was gone.
Yeah. I'm as confused as you are. I don't care how many hours of this game that I've played at this point, though. I still love this game's music.
No, see, the problem is I had a full beer and then I drank it while you were gone. So now I need to replace said empty beer with another full
Fair.
beer.
I have apparently... I have 262 hours on the Steam version. I couldn't tell you how many hours I had on it prior to that, let alone
Oh, no,
on
curious.
console. So
I got 170 on Steam.
I think
On
I'm
console, I guarantee I have over 500 hours if I actually could find a way to look at it. I guarantee
I
it.
think I'm somewhere in the
0
neighborhood of
hours.
probably about 400 hours in total.
I didn't have a PC for the first 4 years of this game when I was speedrunning it, so I can only imagine.
I mean, you hold world record though for no major glitches on console, right?
I do, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, there you go.
By a very wide margin, sad as that
Yeah.
might be. I'm at 300 hours on Steam. That's not too bad.
Unfortunately, the only world records I hold are for Randomizer.
Me too. I think. Do I still have that one?
I don't know, let me find out.
Alright, let's...
Oh my god.
I'm proud of my world record though, because like mine's low percent and nobody wants to run low percent.
Nope, that terrible category. Nobody wants that.
Yep, you still have the only subseed masochist. Yeah, and I just upped that record by 2 minutes today, and I should record it or do it again, but
Yeah.
Alright.
When's-
I am ready. Anytime isn't well now, everybody.
when somebody beats me on it, then I'll do better.
Fair enough. You ready to go then, Seraphin?
I'm good.
Alright. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Falc, we were talking
Hello.
about this earlier.
All the cool kids do the moonwalk.
You gotta do the moonwalk, right?
100%.
Fantastic. So what I want to have happen is, like, I need to get hold of Beef. Because it's like, I want you to start your run with just like, all the cool kids do the moonwalk.
Oh my. Oh yeah, I was gonna say it anyway.
And
you
then,
don't have to. You didn't. I was doing that all day.
And then I want Thorial to do it. And then I'm gonna do it. And then I want Beef to do it. Because
Just put Ark in her place.
Because Ark doesn't do it.
Savage.
I mean, I approve.
I'm not mad about it at all.
Also, this right here is a run that I want to have happen in the tournament. Where it's just like early Fat Beam. Just because of the whole Zeter thing.
And every other boss, so we can just not fight because of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, not grabbing that item.
Nope. Run away like the damn plague.
I like how
Get outta here.
all three of us, I'm sure, just immediately turned and left.
Oh god, yeah.
I got Fat Beam. Why the hell would I grab
that
too much
crap.
anything else?
I mean, give me flamethrower, possibly Kilver, or Scissor Beam. That's about the end of my list.
Yep.
Otherwise, Fat Beam is just fine.
Anybody get swag jump?
No.
Oh yeah.
Me either.
Come on now. You're not playing with the kids anymore, boys. Let's go. I haven't played this game forever. I got Swag Jump. It's amazing. I can't believe it.
I got swag jump a couple seeds today.
I get it like 1 in 10 now.
I legit haven't touched this game in like weeks. I'm surprised I got that. I really would have bet anything it wasn't going to happen.
No, your early game is just embedded in your brain.
It really is,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Or fortunately, I guess. This could go either way.
Okay, that's a thing. I just did a thing that I wasn't aware of. Which
Oh, like that?
I think is hilarious.
Elaborate?
No.
Alright.
I'll elaborate on it in a few minutes.
Fair.
What? I am so confused what just happened.
I have no idea what's going on.
I threw my drone, and I didn't hatch the egg beforehand. It hit the ground, hatched, and my drone instantly died. With no enemies around.
Like,
Oh.
died?
I've never died, like reverted back to trace. I don't know what happened. I've never seen that before.
You didn't, like, tap at the same time and have it recalled,
Nope.
did you?
No, I didn't even hit a button. Like I'm so out of practice. I didn't even hit a button. It hatched, made the full animation hatch, and then just died instantly. And I came back to trace.
Interesting.
Let's mark that off on our bingo cards if that never happened before.
That's never happened
I've
before.
never seen that. That's very strange.
I'm sad that Redacted had to go because he would have loved what's about to happen.
Shenanigans.
Huh? Yeah, oh yeah, shenanigans.
Yeah.
Like, he's been seeing a bunch of the shenanigans, he's been like, that's really cool, I didn't know you could do that, and just like, the one that's about to happen, he was just like, wait, what?
Game has so many of those moments. I didn't know that was possible. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I love about this game, honestly. Those moments where it's like, ah. So, if you use Fat Beam to skip Zader, is that modified Falc strat?
I
No.
hate all of you.
Like, Falc strat would just be not even going to check the item.
Okay.
Interesting though. Interesting. Has anybody looked at the item?
Oh, I'm long since gone.
Because that's just an interesting. That's a weird like. Do you do it or do you not do it though?
Yeah, I suppose the question really now is, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, you stupid idiot. I haven't played this game in so long, I'm just making miserable routing choices. Don't mind me.
Hello?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I'm not particularly sure any routing choices are miserable unless they just don't lead to anything useful.
I just haven't played this game in weeks and it's throwing me off, like what I should do in the right order.
Fair enough.
I have questions for this seed. Like, some serious questions.
Is one of them why you do this to us?
Yes.
Because I get that.
But why? Alright, okay, Steed. Alright, video game.
It's like we're all right next to each other. Just in unison playing this game. It's great.
For the love
Like,
of...
why you do this?
That's what it's just like, why?
Like, why is this the thing? Why are you so mean to us?
Alright,
Alright, I got an idea. I'm trying something.
Also, the seed is great, and I have no complaints.
I'm not mad about the seat at all. It's just so weird.
questioning a lot of things, especially my own execution, but that was just personal slot more than anything actually routing-wise. Wait, what the hell am I doing?
Playing Axiom Verge.
Oh,
Yes!
right.
I'm back!
Got
I'm
him.
back in the game, guys! Alright!
Please tell me somebody's in chat who can throw a got him emote in chat for me.
Didn't even skip a beat on that one. If only Ark was here for that moment. She would have let out a nice big groan for us. It'd have been great.
Oh fuck! I had to let out a groan in chat earlier with because of Ark. Watching the tournament race, Ark made some fun. It's just like, oh my god, shut up.
She's got her way, you know.
I still firmly believe that the best compliment a punk can get is being told to shut the fuck up.
Right.
You're not wrong.
Overall, though, I think she did fantastic commentary.
Oh yeah, great.
100%. 100%.
Everyone. Her Willow G-Virus and friggin' VGR top notch. Ugh.
I know what that sound meant.
I know what that sound meant.
Can't guess what I just found.
We've been playing together too long, everybody.
Oh, you're
Sheer
about.
disgust.
That's so good.
The worst part is you're about to do it again.
Oh god.
That's legit some of the funniest stuff I've heard.
When you react to a weapon with disgust, you know it's awful.
Oh, that was so funny, though. I love it.
I'll be here all night.
Cheer to tip your waitress.
And if you don't, you suck.
Oh, it's just so funny.
Tip your service, everyone.
Audible groan. I know exactly where you are in the game right now.
React to seeing something with disgust. I know where you are.
That's just too funny. I've
If it
missed
wasn't the
this.
fact that this is basically a casual race, I probably would have had more restrained reaction, but
Oh, you gotta have fun with it.
I mean, that's the whole point, is having fun.
ugh. Yeah, okay.
That's great.
Fair enough, there's a second disgust reaction.
Called it.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, and there's the third. Cool.
Fantastic.
This is the song that never ends.
I'm assuming you just found Reverse Slicer.
No.
What else could it be?
Yeah, there's only a few items that really deserve disgust.
There are 3 specific items in this game that I put disgust to. That's not one of them.
So, Firewall, Quantum Variegator, and
If I had to guess, I would guess Sudrin Key.
Lightning gun?
Ooh, lightning is a good pick.
Lightning gun's a solid weapon, though. As long as, you know, you can actually aim at something with it.
Its DPS is great.
Yeah, like, it's a solid
Its
gun.
tracking sucks ass.
It's a solid gun as long as there's nothing between you and whatever you're shooting.
Yeah. Open. Clip that section and cry. That was some of the sloppiest execution I've ever had. That's including when I was new to Rando.
Like grabbing these items, and I don't really know why.
Yeah, that's half
Because they're
of
there?
them.
I mean, yeah, but like, I shouldn't be going for those items ever. Let's just be real.
Did you pick up Firewall and Variegator?
Good God, no.
Alright.
I said bad, not terrible.
So you've got some discretion, yeah.
I'm out of touch. I'm not like lost my mind.
Touch, I've not lost my mind. Don't let Ark hear you say that about Variegator. Actually,
I
dude.
say it right to her face. Come on now.
Yeah, that's basic. That's how I feel about Variegator.
We all know it's no good. She just doesn't want to admit it. Pride's getting in the way.
Like I said during the during the race earlier today, it's like you can make the weapon less bad by feathering the fire button, but you can't make it good.
I like that answer, actually. Yeah.
It's just less bad.
You can make it borderline below average. Perfect.
Borderline below average.
Subpar. Still slightly better than Firewall, but not by much.
Nobody celebrates a bogey in golf.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty good.
Actually, I probably would because I suck
I
at
would.
golf.
I 100% would because I'm terrible at golf, but like, a good
also
golfer
don't
would just be
golf,
like,
so-
what's wrong with you?
The day
How did you miss that 6-footer for par? Be like, because, you know.
the day Ark admits that Quantum's not a great gun is the day that she'll admit Heatseeker is a good gun.
That's never happening.
Not going there either.
I think it's okay if you're in the alone room.
Heatseeker's a really good gun if you want something to not move.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Like, the hit stun on that gun is obscene.
Actually, the other room where it's great is if you're in Moss Cave and you have that, and you don't have like Fat Beam and address bombs. My God, friggin' that gun is a godsend at that point.
Where did we find Redcoat in last seed? That was in Green Hell in Ikurma, in the drone hallway right before you go down towards where Redcoat is.
Vanilla, yeah, just before Vanilla.
Yeah, you were saying that. Like, that's just a terrible spot.
Last spot
no
before
way around it.
Vanilla.
That's just so bad.
Horrible.
Like, I don't wish that on anybody in the rando tournament. It's just horrible.
It was bad enough that they had to go into Ikurma to first check in Ikurma, which was just ridiculous.
I would have had, like, because we were sort of half-assed racing that seed, If I didn't die to that first bloody sentry in there, I would have had that seed by a pretty wide margin, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I did that before I ever went towards Eden at all.
Yeah, see, the thing I would have done, though, at that point in time, it's like, well, having teleport, I guess we're just gonna go do Ikerma because we're here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did when I was in Kur. It's like, alright, I might as well go to Ikerma, and then I just died to the first friggin' golden head sentry in there. It's like, alright, well, fuck that. And it turns out that, that was the wrong answer to that choice. Oh my
There are
god.
no wrong choices. It's just happy little accidents.
Right of my birth. It's just a happy little accident. Well, I'm only regretting some of my choices so far.
I regret nothing.
I regret being born. That's another subject, though.
Well, I didn't have a choice in that matter, so... My parents gave birth to my older brother that decided, we should try again, see if
What's
we can
one
get something
more?
better.
Yeah!
See if we can get something better, and it turns out they fucked up.
Let's re-roll those dice. Let's go. I feel like my parents were like, hey, the first one worked out so great, the second one's gonna be just like him. Let's do it again. Oh, no.
Yeah. Whoops.
Mulligan.
Oh, no.
Mulligan. First one's a scientist. What could the other one be? Oh, stupid.
Disappointment. All right.
Hey, I kind of dislike the seed, so...
I still have no complaints.
I mean, I've got complaints, but there's worse seeds out there. I'll give it that.
Mm-hmm. What the ass?
What the ass? Yeesh.
I love doing this.
Yes, Falc, what is it? It's like you want to tell us something.
What do you want to say?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I thought about saying GG right there to mess with everybody, but I'm not gonna do that.
Well.
I mean, you wouldn't have got away with that anyways.
GG to you.
How do you know? Maybe I'm that good again. I'm not.
So you're good, you're not VGR good.
Oh, fuck VGR. How about that? I said it. Fuck that dude. I'll stomp him into the ground.
Yeah? Oh,
Prove
wow.
it.
Probably not. What a boy can dream, can he?
Like I said, prove it.
I mean, I did beat him in the NMG tournament when it was going on back in the day.
I mean, sure, but that's like
Completely different skill set. I'll give it that. Still is a win, damn it. I'm counting that.
Gotta admit, a win is a win.
That was a pain in my ass. Oh, what am I doing with my life? Don't answer that.
Playing Axiom Verge.
I said don't answer that, dang it. I
Too
knew it.
late.
I knew it was coming. It's my own fault, though.
You have literally only yourself to blame for this.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I accept that. I accept that.
I loved the commentary earlier, where, like, during the tournament, where, everyone was like, what the fuck is American cheese, anyways?
Bunch of trash. That's
Knowing
what it
that
is.
VGR and friggin'
G-Virus.
G-Virus are
Yeah.
Canadian. That's
Yep.
Same as me.
Are you? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Was not aware. This ends our friendship. Sorry.
That's okay.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
I didn't make the choice to be Canadian. You can blame my great-grandparents on that one. They're like, hey, let's move to Canada. So, they did.
Oops, I'm doing some weird things that I shouldn't be doing right now.
Yes.
There we go.
I didn't realize playing Axiom Verge was considered weird.
No, like, I accidentally, like,
It is.
minimized one of my widgets that brought up, like, a quarter of Thorial's screen on Twitch, and I'm like, wait, probably shouldn't be doing that.
Cheaty
That's
fuck
probably
bag.
that's probably a mean thing to do.
Alright, well, I'm gonna die of old age by the time my drone's done digging through this.
Oh god, I knew that feeling.
Yep, been there.
So not worth it, too.
You know, I almost told you it wasn't worth it to be a nice guy, but fuck you.
Oh, fuck you, too.
I love you, but fuck you. Competition.
It is a race.
The most casual race ever done.
Yeah, legit.
I mean, it's still a race.
Look, I already won the race because I'm walking around with scientific thighs.
I considered it.
Pick that up. I didn't pick that up. No way.
Thighs for science.
I put that back in the fucking box where it belonged. Return that shit to sender.
Left it in the bubble.
Check it out, passcode tool.
You mean that thing that doesn't help us at all? Yeah, sign me up.
Guess who's showing off thigh? Oh, fuck. Can I get a goddamn power mount?
You
One,
can.
that's all I ask.
You can. Will you is another whole story. That said, I do have one.
I want just one. I'll take it. There, address bombs. Problem solved. Cool. Get my second shot of Moderna there. I love the starting weapons in the seed, but the lack of power here can... God. Thanks, video game.
You're welcome, it says.
You're welcome and eat my ass is what the game says. Oh. Only mildly displeased about what's going on here.
Oh, what, we're 30 minutes in and you're not anywhere? That's only mildly displeased? We're doing okay.
Could be worse.
Yeah, you could be 30 minutes in going to friggin' Marauder with no bloody power.
I
Fair.
mean, if it's 30 minutes in, that's too long for me.
With a required Sentinel fight. Because you don't have grapple. You know what? I'm gonna make some safety checks here.
I'm not. Fuck safety
Yeah.
checks.
Good man, let's go, he says.
Have fun with your fucking 1 or 0 power Sentinel. I got no power, I don't really want to fight Sentinel with fucking nothing.
But why not? That could be fun.
It could be, but Doesn't sound like it.
No, it really doesn't.
Even if I had, like, 2 power nodes, I'd be okay to fight Sentinel, but nothing? Oh god, if I get hit in here, I'm dead. Fuck.
Apparently you got
Alright,
hit.
leaving. Yup. At least my drone dead, so I'm just abandoning that, Jack.
No one to blame but yourself on that one.
Oh right, I don't have grapple.
Well,
You're
that
locking
was...
yourself into some tight spots.
I just did something super interesting.
Oh
Yeah?
Yeah, actually.
You share with the class.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. Selfish.
I just did
Rude.
zoo without killing anything.
Oh.
That's an interesting one. I like that.
Alright, well now I'm completely disgusted. I reverse slicer, let's just not use you ever. What am I doing? Right. Running through frickin' Ukana without grapple is what I'm doing. I guess I can't do frickin' drugs again.
Does make it a little bit harder. I found that out the hard way.
So they're like going back out, like, yeah, why the hell am I not doing drugs again? Oh, because I frickin' can't.
There are prerequisites to this thing.
I don't believe you.
Oh, hi, crap. I hate this. I hate everything about this.
Nothing to hate here, come on.
God, I'm gonna need another Jack and Coke after this run.
There you go. I definitely could need another beer pretty soon.
Well, glad I have both go modes. I still have 0 power modes. This is gonna be the longest vision fight ever.
I think you're doing okay, honestly.
I have enough health. Oh, there's the first needle. So, am I the only one to go mode here, or are you two just gone?
I am not in go mode.
I'm on my way to Maru as well.
Okay.
My controller decided to die. That was interesting.
I might not have been, and I also might have been ahead of you if I hadn't taken a death that set me kind of far away.
Oof.
Oh, yeah, fair.
That'll do it.
What's your power node count here?
I'm at 2.
1.
Okay, wow, shit. That's 2 more than me.
He's in great shape comparatively, then.
Yeah. Yeah, unless I get lucky here, you're probably gonna have me beat just on power count alone. Solve Central. Actually, I don't know why I grabbed that fragment.
Same reason we all did those weird things. Because.
Yeah. Wow, puzzle room. Thank you.
Thanks for the tip. I'm not going in there, but
Up to me whether, or up to you whether or not you take me seriously. I also just died post Sentinel, so
it's not a
GG.
matter of whether or not I want to take you seriously. It's a matter of do I need to.
Yeah, fair enough. I also need to actually start bloody doing, like, drone Maru, because I'm so used to doing grapple go mode Maru at this point. And I keep just like, oh yeah, why the hell would I use drone teleport here when I have red coat and rocket jumps? It's like, because it's freaking faster.
It's true.
Really wish I knew what the hell made you dash in the entrance to Cedar Hill's room.
I wish I knew how to do that trick in general.
Frame perfect timing.
Oh, it is frame perfect?
Is that what it
Yes.
is?
Yes.
Okay. That's why I've only
I've gotten
a couple
it
of
3 times in
just
my
by-
life since being on PC.
Oh, I've gotten it several times. It's very erratic.
My frame rate is over 2,000, so I have a basic, that's what I got. 1 in 2,000 shot.
Oh yeah, mine's at like
Yeah.
6,000. That
I'm
is.
doing it by pure. I don't even know what my frame rate is. I haven't checked.
Actually, I think mine's closer to like 3,000-ish when I'm streaming.
So where are you at, Seraphim?
Fighting Apatos.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna beat me by a little bit then. 'Cause I took a death post Sentinel. How about you, Falc?
I'm at my house.
Got him.
Wow. Me too.
I mean, that's about as good as I am
Like-
right now.
I mean, I'm in your house.
I mean, I doubt it. My house is pretty small. I'd know if you were here.
Probably.
I mean, hey, if not, hang out. There's beer in the fridge.
Sweet.
I got no problems with that.
I know someone who likes beer.
I'm not doing well at all, but I mean, as to be expected for not playing in forever.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hang out, get back into the swing of things a little bit. I was not expecting to perform.
And that was your first mistake.
Up D-Rust a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this game is one of those games where if you just let it sit for a couple days, your skills
Time.
atrophy so bad. Nice job.
GG. And I'm gonna be like 20 seconds behind you. 20, 30 seconds.
What a pain in the ass seed.
Yeah, I'd like a little bit more power.
It was a fine seed, but it was also just kind of a pain in the ass. Okay, computer, don't freeze. Good computer.
Good computer. Pat, pat. Thank you. If it
Who's
does
a good
freeze,
computer?
Remember, if it does freeze, kick it in the throat. If it doesn't have a throat, label a part of it a throat, kick it there.
That's if it won't turn on. It doesn't do anything for it if it's already on.
Fair enough. I mean, kicking the throat is generally the intent to kill it, so...
I like that answer, though.
I mean, I stole that answer from Seraphim, so...
Again, still like that answer.
Guess
fair.
Guess I'm not doing drug skip. Oh, I guess I am. Yeah, like that threw me for a loop, and I probably wouldn't have gone to check that. Actually, I might have anyways. But like, Thorial gave that one away because like I was heading into Eden to just check some stuff through Eden on my way over, and Thorial's just like, "Oh, hi, Grapple," and I was like, "Oh, never mind. I'm going straight to Uka now."
I'm okay with that. It's just like, alright, well, that's a friggin' spot for it.
Yeah.
Thanks, video game. Like,
Fucking
I'm
him
all-
out.
That's funny.
I was not expecting that. What was that? Hail Hydrate. Hydrate Ice Shell. I was not expecting the red coat spot. That's what threw me off.
Hail hydrate. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself a drink. Are you two up for another round?
Dude, I have nothing going on all night.
Yeah, I don't care.
Alright, what the hell?
I'll quit out of this whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a drink and then, what the hell, let's see.
Who messaged me? Who is this? Oh, Willow. Apparently it's Willow's birthday yesterday now,
Oh,
technically.
it was, yeah. It was.
So, make sure when you guys see Willow, tell them happy birthday.
Oh, that's why I was at Willow's acoustic concert tonight.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. Haven't we done Give Us a Seed before?
Have we?
I want to
I feel
say,
we
like,
probably have. I feel like it'd be weird if we hadn't, honestly.
we can check, because Discord, that seed has never been done.
That's amazing, actually.
Ow.
I don't
Okay,
know.
I'll be back in a moment.
It's like, I kind of felt like that would have been one of the very first ones we did.
Right? You'd think.
I'm shocked that it isn't.
But hey.
Zero Power made Flamethrower feel like an easy bake oven on Athetos. Oh, that's amazing.
It's a good answer,
I love
actually.
that.
I like that.
That's really good. Yeah, Flurry, I guess I have to kind of thank you for that seed that you guys ran today, because you could see my nice shiny new PB. Because I went and ran that one that you guys ended up doing in the tournament, and holy crap. That was only my, like, second try at it. I was pretty thrilled. Also, I wasn't intending to PB off of it. It was just that, like, I saw it and I was like, okay, this could be a good, probably 20-ish minute seed with the right, because it's got all the right setup. And then I went and I did, and I was like, okay, on 6%, so 0, this is only a minute over my PB. But there's 2 full power nodes that aren't that far out of the way to get, and I went and I grabbed those, and First try, I kind of got stuck at Sentinel for a while, but I was like, okay, yeah, this can definitely be faster. And then when I did the second round, I just sub 16, and I was like, holy shit. Yeah, that is a scene I would have absolutely loved to have seen in later rounds, and seen, like, me and Falc, or me and Ark, or somebody go at that scene, because, oh boy, that would have been a real interesting race. Like, we would have still been running on 2 power, though we would have probably had the 2 health, because, like, in race setting, I would have grabbed the extra health for safety. But in my own setting of just wanting to, it's like, I don't need the health. I can go through this, because if I screw up, I can just quit and start from the beginning and try it again.
Exactly.
Running through Maruru on 200 health is scary. But, the PB run, I ended up having to, like, I got halfway through Disco Hall, and I was missing a part of my health, and I was like, well, I can only take 1 hit, so I guess I grabbed Validation Check and hope for the best, and Validation Check happened to be a full health node. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm fine now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a convenient placing for a full health node on that run. Like, probably could not have asked for a better place.
I'm back.
We're still here.
Alright.
True. That is very true.
Oh god, Jacob's also here. Hi, Jacob.
What's up?
What's up?
Wanted to say hi.
No, say hi.
Hi.
You're also
Hello.
not quite on camera. Come over this
Hey, how's it
way.
going?
Hi.
Okay, bye.
Get back.
Peace.
Jacob is the one who who was doing the Mario crossover the one time, right?
Yes, and it hasn't just been once. Jacob did a whole series, and actually until just semi-recently, it was our longest running series on YouTube. And then I started playing Axiom Verge on stream. So...
And then I started playing Axiom Verge. Yeah, fair enough.
Seraphim ruined it.
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, he's got over like 40 videos or so on YouTube of him playing crossover. He does random, so it's random stage skin and random character with a random skin. And he's gone through base Mario 1, special stages, lost levels, base game hard mode special stages, and he's currently working on lost levels hard mode. And he has in total so far racked up somewhere around like 700 deaths, because he's not perfect at it. In case anyone's never played Mario 1, it's a hard game. Trying to play
and lost levels is even worse.
Trying to play them with characters who aren't Mario and Luigi can at times be much harder. Yeah, Race 2 had the white coat Christmas present.
Yeah. I'm ready to go when you two are.
I'm
Finishing
ready.
After Toast right now, so give me 1 minute.
Alright.
But yeah, so if anybody's interested in checking out Jacob doing crossover or any of the numerous other things we've done, if my chatbot is working, which I probably actually need to reopen my chatbot, we'll start with that. Come on. He says crossover is a game of practice, and he's not a fan of practice.
Respect on that. I also hate practice.
There we go.
That's we're practicing Axiom Verge for the tournament.
Now then, as I was saying, if anybody wants to actually like watch him play crossover, or any of the tons of other things we've done, I have a chat command sub, so you could type !YT, which you can see down there next to my control plugin, and that should whisper you a link for YouTube, for our YouTube specifically. Should being the keyword. I don't like my multi-stream one doesn't work half the time for whatever reason. I don't know why. But it's there if anybody's interested in it. Just double check to make sure I got the seed in it right. Okay. I just didn't want another one that mishaps like that one time I was running a completely different seed than you guys.
A little while to figure it out, too.
It was funny because we were
running
just
along.
like talking about a specific weapon being trash, and I was talking about a completely different weapon and agreeing with you.
Yeah, it's like we're just like, oh yeah, this weapon's kind of ass. And yeah, And you're just like, oh yeah, this weapon sucks.
It's not
and
great.
At first we're just going along. It's like after a while, it's just like, wait, what, Sarah? It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
like,
Sarah
you
was
guys-
running a completely different scene.
One of you guys
mentioned.
mentioned. What did you guys mention? Some item being in some place, probably Arc, and I was just like, wait, what? That's not what was there. I think it was whatever was in Peekaboo, and I was just like,
Yeah. But that's not what's in Peekaboo here. What?
How's it going, Falc? Oh no, I think we lost him.
Oh. I'm guessing Falk went to go get a beer.
Well, he's dead. Let's go home.
I turned some beer into water, and then I got another beer.
Turn beer into water? How?
What? No. What? No, that's filtered. You could drink that water.
Human physiology is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Alright, last seed for me tonight, just because I'm tired of wearing my headphones, because I have a... For anyone who doesn't know, this headset's actually very heavy.
It looks
Fair
like it's
enough.
very heavy, honestly.
It is. I mean,
yeah, I'm good anytime, though. So.
it's got some real kicking speakers in the side headphones. There are light rings on there. The top ears are also speakers that also light up. So, and mine's kind of fallen apart and isn't in the greatest condition because it's kind of old now. So yeah, it's a very heavy headset.
It looks cool as hell, though. I'll give it that. I like the way it looks.
It's a delightful headset. Like, I love it.
Yeah, it does look pretty good.
I intend at some point to buy a new one because, like I said, this one's kind of old and falling apart a bit. But, anyways, ready to go when you guys are.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Just 2 seconds here, and I'm ready. All right, I am ready.
Who made this one? Thorial? Thorial, you count us down.
Sounds good. In 3, 2, 1, go.
I was hoping he would start from like 17 or something.
But I didn't
Some
want to.
obscure countdown number. 23!
Just start counting off
Like-
random numbers.
You're like, wait a minute, what?
22.
Ooh, yes.
I don't mind this at all.
Now that's a good weapon.
Yeah.
It's a
I mean,
weapon
now
I-
we're playing
Weapon last
Rygar.
year too, but
This is a weapon I haven't played with in a while, actually.
I love this weapon. This is a low-key favorite of mine.
I
mean-
earlier where I got this pretty early. It was nice.
For fair reason, it's a really good weapon.
Oh yeah.
Any weapon that can collect health for you, that's a good weapon.
Not to mention this thing does have really good DPS.
To anything that can, like, no power 1 to 2 shot the snails is good.
Wait, what? Come on. Come on.
You're... Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying there, Seraphin, but your headphones having a couple of years to them, because mine certainly do.
Wait, what?
But I get what you were saying there about your headphones kind of being a little bit older now.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, mine certainly do. Like, mine are kind of older at this point, but they're holding up pretty good.
I think mine are around 7-ish years old.
I'd say
And
mine
I've used them pretty constantly for 7 years, so...
Mine are probably around 5 or so years old, and yeah, I've been using relatively consistently too. But these are like pretty comfortable headphones.
Well, mine started out comfortable, but then, like, the foam in the side started wearing away and being condensed, and it's also, like, I wear glasses, so it tends to condense the back part of, like, the arms of my glasses into my head.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been wearing like over-the-ear headphones basically since I was in high school. So I generally find them to be much more comfortable than anything else. But yeah, if I were wearing glasses, I'm pretty sure I'd hate wearing these. At least find them less comfortable for sure. Because especially when I'm like on the bus or something like that to work, I have to listen to something. And I hate on the ear headphones or earbuds.
I don't know what Astalon Tears of the Earth is, but Sabira's playing it, and so I'm suddenly very interested.
He's been routing it for a while now. I haven't watched a lot of it, but she's been really excited about it.
What kind of game is it?
I honestly have no idea. I know nothing about it. I just know that's the new game she's been speedrunning lately. And working on a lot of routing for.
Well, if she is streaming, then we may go rate her after this run, then.
Did either one of you find brown coat last game by any chance?
Nope, went straight from white to red.
Yeah.
I didn't think so, because, I mean, it seemed like it was going to be some obscure spot. I just didn't know. Out of curiosity.
Did either of you check enhanced launch? Because that was where I died. I accidentally did an extra teleport.
Yes. It was a range node.
Oh, okay. I accidentally did an extra teleport and died there and got sent way back.
Yeah, I didn't check enhanced launch once I got red.
It wasn't anything. It was a range node or a size node. It wasn't value.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was at that point I was like, well, I guess I'm going to go to Gear Tab. And then go to Gear Tab and over to Zoo. And on the way there, I was like, oh, red coat. Okay. This is not what I was expecting to see here.
That's going to be my Achilles heel in the tournament. If Gertab's holding stuff like that, I'm going to be in trouble. I always check that so late.
Stop checking Gear Tab late?
Stop yelling at me.
I wasn't. I was suggesting things. In the form of a question.
That's an interesting pickup.
Yeah, I'm certainly inclined to check things like Gear Tab much sooner than I'm inclined to check Eden or anything like that.
I didn't go to Eden at all either, but...
I usually go to Upper Cur and then check, come back down and then check over towards Gear Tab and Zoo at the same time.
Interesting pickups, one word for it.
I usually just go through Gear Tab.
I feel like Gertab and like Grapple Room are like the absolute last things I check.
Yeah.
Without even necessarily meaning to, it's just the way my routing is like naturally progressed.
I've been playing Masochist so recently, that's usually like what I'd go to look for. If I haven't found Grapple at that point, it's like, alright, well, I'm gonna head over here.
What is this seed?
This seed is weird.
Range, that's my answer.
It's a weird one. I'll give it that.
It's a seed.
Oh my god, what is this seed?
I know where you are.
Yeah, me too.
I'm at the end of the chain, I hope.
Yeah! Yeah! Maybe.
Okay, that was the combo breaker, so... That was, an interesting series of events.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely weird.
Yeah, I'm certainly questioning things here. And I guess I asked Del Snowbot to give us a seed. Deliver.
I mean, to be fair, you weren't very descriptive.
No, I just said a seed. I said it delivered.
It definitely did something for us.
Ah.
I know where he's at.
You're not
So
wrong.
it means Falc's a little bit ahead of me, and Thorial's just a little bit behind me, so...
I would
Yeah.
not say I'm ahead of you. I would say I was ahead of you. And then I said, you know what? For the sake of practice, I'm going to do some really off, like, normal routing stuff. So
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
see what happens.
Seems like something you would do.
No, like, this is way beyond what I would normally do. I'm
Oh,
all for
yeah.
making changes, but, like, this is, like, way out there.
Take a death, make weird checks, win. Right?
I didn't die. Relax.
Now, like that...
Oh, okay, that's
the,
weird.
f-
But
that's the Falc checks, is take a death, make weird checks, win.
As works out, get W, yeah. I actually just got credited with a death right there, but I definitely didn't die. That's weird. Odd.
I might die right here.
That was weird.
Yep, totally gonna die. Yep.
Rest in pieces.
Alright, well. Routing changes on the fly. Let's go.
That's what we're doing.
That's a weird animation. My goodness.
Really help if I can, wreck code dash where I want to.
I know that feeling.
Wait, you found Road Coat?
Yes, R. Indeed I did.
Ha ha
Oh,
She may not be with us physically, but she's here in spirit.
Falc, I missed having you around.
You know, I missed it too a little bit.
It's like not.
I wish life wasn't so crazy all the time.
I'm not saying that Thorial's not a fun and great person to run the game with, because he is. But your comments sometimes are just completely off the rails,
Yeah, that's me. I'm an asshole. I agree.
and it's fantastic.
I accept those terms. It's all in love. That's what makes the difference.
It's always fun to run this game, just be completely full of shit too. Oh yeah. Guess who's heading tomorrow? Ha 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 ha.
It's
I mean,
mu-
aren't
guys-
we all heading to Maruru, though?
you guys might want to go back for that item.
That's still my favorite moment, Seraphim, when you got Ark to go back to the fucking multi-disruptor room.
I still can't believe she actually went back too.
Still, the greatest moment. Oh,
For
that was so good.
it was for like a health node too, or health node
That
fragment.
fragment, yeah, it was for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
She was not happy with you, and that was the best.
One of the funniest ones that I did was when I told friggin' Seraphim to make sure to get the item in the breakable blocks after Sentinel.
Just a fucking hell. Like
Just
held
fucking
apart over
firewall.
Firewall, yeah, that's what it was. Got me a fucking
Ouch.
firewall.
That's so savage. That's why I love you people.
Yeah, make sure to grab the item in the breakable block.
Absolute savages to each other. It's the best.
God damn it, Thorial, I trusted you.
I did. Teach me.
Get away from that thing.
Oh yeah? Get something good, did you?
Not even a little. Yeesh. I almost did something really bad.
Did you almost pick up Quantum?
Nobody wants a needle in their arm. Just say no to drugs, kids.
I hate to say no to drugs. Even remember if I saw the needle or not now. Yeah, repressed memories. That's the place for certain key.
Oh, so that's how it's gonna be game.
Oh, it's like that.
It's like that, is it?
Always.
Pretty much, yeah. I agree with that statement.
I don't know, it's just today, it seems.
Fair.
I don't like that answer. I know what's happened today. There's been a lot of fuckery going on.
A little bit of tomfuckery.
A little bit of tomfuckery. Absolutely. Meh.
Any guesses on what's in validation chest?
Not offhand, no.
Are you already there? Jesus.
Kinda.
Good lord. Good game then.
If I can disco rocket. There it is.
I mean, if I had to guess, I'm going with the favorite, which is a health node fragment.
And it's a power node fragment.
Damn it! Never lucky.
Oh shit, I died.
Yeah, that's what you get, sucker. Woo! I don't know why I'm being such an asshole. That's mean. Even for me.
I mean, it's fair. I fucked up.
Did you find grapple or did you go through sentinel?
I found grapple.
He clearly
well,
got grappled, yeah.
That sucks.
He's not gonna waste his time rocket jumping if he doesn't have to.
Assume that means you found drone teleport somewhere?
I did find drone teleport.
Huh.
And I did not find grapple, and I have the pretty good suspicion of where it is. Mostly because it's probably where I expect it to be, but I saw drone teleport and I was like, oh, okay. Guess we're going this route then, because why not?
I mean, at this point in time, they gave us enough health and whatnot, you can make it work either way.
I might be able to do sentinel with what I have.
Yeah.
Just a little slow because I have to actually go through hallucination. Also, pretty sure, yeah, I only have one coat, so, you know, that's a problem.
And it's a little bit tougher, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
It's the right coat, so it doesn't. At least you got that going for you.
Yeah. I mean, you couldn't be getting into marker without it. At least
Not
as
yet,
far as
give me
we
time.
know. Falc's been saying that for 5 years, remember?
The two things,
So many people have been saying that for 5 years. Good luck. I hope it works out.
two things I vow to do are to find a way into Maruru without red coat, and the way to skip Maruru.
Credits percent. Love it.
Huh?
If you could actually use something
Just credits percent.
Yeah.
grapple skip to, like the same way you do drug skip. I wonder if there's the same way or similar way to do that in Martyr.
Interesting place for address bombs.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't bad.
I'd say I don't exactly know how practical that spot is, but it is definitely a spot.
That's very true. It is a spot.
It's a spot for address bombs. I mean, at least it's nice to have it going into Martyr. You can deal with the bloody laser drones. Oh shit.
You're gonna die again.
Maybe.
I haven't had to take this pathing in a bit.
To be continued.
Die.
Oh,
Damn it.
jeez. You're letting Seraphim back into this.
I know. I missed the grapple clip to choose Atheros there.
It's okay. I have
Yeah.
to fight Sentinel, so
Oh yeah. How much health do you have?
not enough.
Just not enough.
Oh my god, why can't I bloody get clipped through the ceiling here? Come on.
Oh my god. Especially if I do weird off. Well, I'm dead. Yeah. Like, it somehow it dashed on me, and that offset my entire fight. So
There we go. I'm on top of Atheros now, so
GG.
There you go. GG.
thank you.
Falc, have you found grapple yet?
No.
Okay.
Like I said, I like intentionally did some really weird fuckery, which took me out of the race. I was in a really good position, and I said, you know what? Let's just have some fun.
Okay, cool. Grapples in Z.
I have not been in Z at all yet.
Where I figured it was gonna be.
I literally have not set foot in Z.
Yeah, I assume it's either it's in yellow.
I think it was in yellow, actually.
Yeah, that's the literally only room in Z I didn't check. Oh my god. Sentinel, I hate you in your RNG ass fight.
I absolutely hate
I love
fighting
that fight.
Sentinel.
I have no problem with that fight, ever.
Oh, I-
Yay, NMG! Alright.
Yeah, hooray NMG.
Hey.
As a rando runner who always runs with YMG, fuck Sentinel.
It's my problem is just that is an interesting Sutran key place.
Mm-hmm.
My problem with Sentinel is just the squiggles get me.
Yeah, me too. And that's time for me.
Nice shot, buddy. GG.
Thank you. 28, 13, 25. Yeah. Always happy to get sub 30. With still having 2 deaths.
So it's 5 health, 4 power, flamethrower. I should be fine against an Athos.
I would hope so.
1 coat might make it a little sketchy at like 2 points, but
As long as you keep your jumps and hit the gem and get the iframes, you're totally going to be fine.
Yeah.
When you go off pattern, that's the only time that thing can screw you completely.
you said there was a power fragment in validation?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab that.
I love it.
I'm on 5 fragments.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, 1 extra fragment? Cool.
I finished
Maybe
on
what to
5
do.
fragments. I had 3 nodes. Actually, I had 3 full health and 3 full power. Man, that's it.
I'm sitting at 6 and 4 right now. Just way too much. My routing is poor for like progression items, but it had full nodes a lot of places.
I mean, both my deaths were in Martyr. If I had that much health, I'd have been pretty comfortable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Of course, one of my deaths being, like, in the frickin' one of the damn Omni drones at Disco. Ugh. Hate.
There it is. As I expected, a little sketchy, but I'm fine. I expected to get a little sketchy right at the end because there's the drones that can like really hurt you there. And on 1 coat, yeah, that's time.
GG.
GG.
For not having grapple, that was solid. 31.
31? Not bad.
31 with 4% more items than you, actually. Same amount of deaths, though.